Alright, so let's talk about Phil. No, not Phil McCracken. Well, I guess actually it is Phil McCracken. So up on the hill there had a lot of fill that had to be brought in. So you will see here, actually just ended up booking a truck, triaxle for a full day. Brought in about $1,080 worth of fill that ended up being about 100 and I had this figured out, 196 yards total. So we broke the bank at $1,905 for dirt, which pains me to no end. I've spent, since owning this house, easily $10,000 in dirt. Dirt! It's freaking dirt! It's free! Or it should be free, but getting it here, not free. Alright, so I'll go, let's go outside. I'll show you what it looks like. Oh, there's Shelby's favorite toy. Alright, it's my favorite toy too. So, let me show you. Here we are. So we brought a little bit in this area, and this is where the driveway will actually be. This will be paved, so not as critical right now. But this was definitely critical, and it got the grade up to where it needs to be now, which took a whole lot of material. I had them dump a whole lot of extra over the back edge here as well, because I'm going to be making a road that comes out of what will be my rear exit roll-up 8x8 door back here. I want to be able to take my snowmobiles, ride them right into the back of the garage, and be able to turn them and ride them right out down this way. And this won't be a cliff, that's why I've got this much dirt. So I'm going to push this all down over the hill. Actually, I think I'm going to start doing that right after I'm done filming this. And then we're going to make a road, a little trail that goes out that way. So I got a lot of extra material here. I'm probably standing on 2 triaxles worth that will be used just for that road. But you'll see the leveling. It's actually pretty damn level right now. I've got a little bit more work to do, but I didn't get it perfect over on the edges that I haven't cut for the foundation wall yet, because I'm going to make a mess when I start cutting into that to make the foundation wall. So there's no sense in worrying about getting that perfect until the foundation's in. Then I can come back in with my smaller machine with the BX. And the BX does an excellent job of doing that fine detail work. It's perfect. You'll see I've got a line painted on the garage. I ended up doing this last night. So what that line represents is a level marking line for my laser level that I showed in my first video. To get it roughed in, I used this tripod and just projected the line and did the typical string lines all the way around. So that got me a rough idea when we were bringing the fill in, but I needed something better to really get a precise line. So check this out. I locked the bucket from dumping and kept that in the same position, and mounted the laser on the loader arm using the magnetic mounts that it comes with. And then it was like playing a video game. I just sat in the cab and I back dragged until I kept my laser line right in the center of that white line that you see on the back of the garage. It only works at night because it's got to be dark, but holy crap did that work good. And that's definitely how I'm going to do the final leveling, because it was like playing a game. You just adjust the stick there until you got it right where you needed it to, and it made for a perfectly level surface. And again, this is 52 bucks. So yeah, I don't know, I'm pretty psyched about that. So next up, this afternoon and through the weekend is going to be firing up the Cabelco, which is what I'm going to do next, and dig out the rest of the foundation. But first I'm going to mark that off with some spray paint here, so I know where I'm digging. And we got to go down 4 feet all the way around. So listen, I'm sure I'm going to get beaten up in the comment section for operating this, but you gotta give me a break here. I've used an excavator just a few times in my life, and to say I'm not smooth on the controls is probably an understatement. But to be fair, there's a buttload of controls, so yeah, I get the job done. It just ain't that pretty. Let's fire her up. we go. Now this little thing is sweet, I will say that much. Air conditioning, you got your stereo in here. Oh, that's nice. It's actually relatively quiet. It's a lot quieter than my Kubota, that's for sure. So let me mount this camera up somewhere where you guys can see and let the massacring begin. But keep in mind, I'm a pencil pusher for a living. This is not my deal. So you're getting what you'd expect, okay? Alright, here we go. Bring up the revs a little here. Drop this guy. Excavator is at 10,000 pounds in tracks. It's pretty rough on the material. That's what's nice about the BX is you can do all that nice work, drive right over it, and not disturb the soil. And not say the same for this little guy. Let's try that. Well, despite some less than skilled operating behind the controls of that excavator, got it done, and I'm kind of out of breath. But I'm pretty happy with where we're at right now. For a guy that doesn't know what he's doing, this almost looks like I kind of know what I'm doing. What really made this excellent was having a small tractor. So you always hear people complaining that they bought too small of a tractor, never big enough. I've never felt that way with my BX, and this is just another one of those reasons that I could get my BX right on through without having to pick up a shovel. I was able to grade the base of this and even make the corner and go down the other side of it. You just could not do that with a larger tractor. So that was pretty cool and saved me a ton of work. The base is pretty level, just from an eyeball standpoint. I'll drop in here tonight with the laser and I will just double check it. This part doesn't have to be perfect by any means, but I just want to make sure we're close enough. Still got a few spots here to take care of, but nothing major. Tons of room for him to work on this side. This one's a little bit tighter, but it's still 5 feet wide. I can't imagine that's going to be an issue. The other side here, very carefully, I began to cut into what was a pretty steep slope here. The beginning of what will be my secondary access trail. So this will come out of the back garage door access road. And then I feathered down the remainder of the fill here, which will set me up for a base for another chunk of lawn, which will look kind of nice. And I really wasn't even thinking we were going to clear out all this space. So this is just bonus area. So For me, I'd rather throw grass in because otherwise stuff just grows so fast it fills in and you got a mess. So I think I'm going to throw some of my topsoil. I got a monster pile, if you can see it over there, of topsoil. So I'm going to dress this and we'll throw some grass down there. Trail itself, I'm not 100% sure if we're on the right level here, and I really won't know that until we get the foundation in and we gauge how steep this has to be, because this needs to be a mowable slope. This needs to be a mowable slope. My road may need to come up a couple of feet so that this isn't quite as steep as I think it's gonna be, but I'll know that once we get the foundation in and we can make that determination if I need to bring the road up or not. As long as I can mow it, I'm good. I don't care how steep it is, so long as the mower can handle it, and that's really the only concern. So yeah, I guess really the next piece of this is going to be cutting the rest of this trail that needs to go about 300 feet parallel to my driveway, down through the woods here. So that'll be the next part. And I might just lump that in with the concrete work, as the foundation guys should be starting in a week or two. So maybe we'll just do a combo video on those. I've got some big rocks here if anybody wants them. They're free. I'll give them just like the contest. Free if you want them. Come get them. Otherwise, I think that's going to do it for this video. We are prepped. Groundwork is pretty much done. Ready for foundation. So that's when it should start getting real fun. Really start to look like something. So as always, I really appreciate everybody that watches this and finds it interesting. I hope you do. If you like this video, hit that like button for me. If you don't like it, hit the dislike button. I won't hold a grudge. If you're not subscribed already, please do. I'm always doing something stupid, and this is just one of the one of the latest things that I don't really know what I'm doing, but it almost kind of looks like I do. So, all right, everybody, have a great day. Thanks again for watching.